opportunities. She never felt like it was enough. Did every single mother worry she wasn't hitting some mythical benchmark that defined good parenting? Probably. Single or not, likely every parent, regardless of relationship status, stressed about the same thing. Why hadn't anybody warned her worry was part of the job description? Her navigation system instructed her to make a right at the next street. At the stop sign, she signaled, then obeyed, and was struck by how the business of the downtown area seemed to melt away, replaced by a serene, tree-lined road, bordered with older homes behind iron fences, each more lovely than the one before. Where was Holiday House, her destination? She peered down the street through the soft, swirling flakes that had begun to fall harder, obscuring her view. Navigation system or not, she expected she would know the place when she saw it. During the 2 years they had been college roommates, Lucy Lancaster had shown her plenty of pictures of the huge, graceful mansion where her friend had spent the happiest moments of her childhood. Abby could picture it in her mind. 3 stories with a wide porch across the entire front, a smaller porch on the second level, and 3 thick Doric columns supporting them. She drove slowly, peering at each house. "Will the lady like us?" Christopher asked, his voice worried as they continued on their way. Christopher had been a precocious, adventurous toddler, but since Kevin's death he had become more nervous around other people. That was another reason she was moving to Austin, for herself and for her son. Both of them needed to reach outside themselves and embrace the beautiful world around them. Kevin, who had spent his entire career trying to help others, wouldn't have wanted them to be insular and withdrawn. Abby smiled in the mirror. How could she not like us? We're adorable. Chris giggled, his dimple flashing. The sound chimed through the interior of her small SUV, warming her heart. He was a complete joy. How dark and dreary her world would have been without him these past 2 years. In the early days of grief and shock, he had been the only thing dragging her out of bed in the mornings. "Don't worry," she said now. "Winifred Lancaster is wonderful. She's our friend Lucy's grandmother, so you know she must be awesome." That connection seemed to reassure Christopher. "Lucy's funny. She's my friend." "I know. Aren't we lucky to have her in our life? I like it when she sends me stuff from other countries." That wasn't an infrequent occurrence. Lucy had lived in a dozen countries since they lived together at school, always trying to make a difference in the world. It helped that Lucy had a freakish facility for languages and probably spoke 8 or 9 by now. First, she was in the Peace Corps in Central Europe. Then she worked for a non-governmental organization in North Africa, focused on improving educational opportunities for girls. For the past 2 years, she had taught English in Thailand. Wherever she traveled, she stayed in touch with Abby, often sending local treats or games or toys made by her students to Christopher. Her life seemed exciting and fulfilling, though Abby wasn't entirely sure her friend was as happy as she said she was. "In 100 feet, your destination is on the left." The disembodied voice of her navigation spoke through the car, making them both jump. "Is that it? That big house?" Christopher asked, a new note of excitement in his voice. Abby swallowed. Holiday House was vast, easily the biggest house on the block, the biggest one in town from what she had seen driving here. The house and large garden took up almost half a block at the end of the road. Oh my! It was gorgeous, everything Lucy had said and more, illuminated with tasteful landscape lights as dusk gave way to night. How was it possible that she and Christopher were lucky enough to be able to spend a few weeks here? Abby wanted to pinch herself. "I really hope she likes us," Christopher said. Abby's cell phone rang with a FaceTime call before she could even turn into the driveway. When she saw it was Lucy, she pulled over to the side of the road and shifted her car into park so she could safely take the call. "Do you have spies watching for me or something?" she asked, only half joking when her friend's face flashed on the screen. "No, I was just checking in, wondering how close you are." "We couldn't be any closer." She turned her phone camera around so Lucy could see what Abby was looking at out the window.